Hey guys, what an unbelievable day! Like what an absolutely incredible day. Thank you guys for the opportunity. My goodness, I got so much I want to cover. I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. But but what I'm going to share with you guys today is what I did to change my life, to change my business, to go from average and ordinary to building something special. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly what it is that I did. Okay, and I want you guys all to know this. Everything I'm going to cover with you today. Every single leader here at Experior, every single one, whether they know it or not, have done similar things. Okay, and some might not even know they're doing this, but they've all done similar things. Okay, um, before I get started, I definitely want to start with some thank yous because you don't get to achieve this without the work, the commitment, the dedication, the friendships, the love from so many people around you. So I want to start off and, as always, thank Jamie and Leanne. I got to tell you guys, I was thinking about this a lot yesterday and today as I was getting prepared for this talk. Our relationship has it's gotten so much better over the years. Like I was just thinking about it, how close Jamie and you are, just how our conversations go. Leanne, I love you so much. Like we have grown so much together, and I appreciate everything you guys have done to give me and my family, everybody at Experior, the team, everybody the opportunity to change their lives. And I thank you guys so much for that. I want to thank Mato Arturi, my best friend, my business partner, my confidant, my sounding board. Man, like what a journey, 22 years that we've been in business together, 22 flipping years. I love you, brother, and thank you. I want to share, thank all of our executive directors, every single one of you. I can't name you all, but the Adiolas, the Rayons, the Terricks, the Lavals, the Neelas, the Jennifer Terry, all you guys, I love you all so much. All the executive directors in FML, Mario, Daniel, the work we all do together. I love and appreciate you guys so much. The entire FML organization, all the agents, we're nothing. Nobody is anything without the work of our agents. So I want to thank you all so much and I appreciate you all. And finally, I want to thank, my wife, Yolanda, and my girls. Our relationship continues to develop and get better over the years. And, without my wife and my girls being my rock and my reason why, I wouldn't have anything to live for. I wouldn't have anything to fight for. And I just love you guys so much. And finally, I'm not going to cry. And I didn't put a slide up of my dad because this would have been a disaster if I did. But I got to thank my pops. His passing back in June was for me just an eye opener to how important what I'm about to talk to you about is, because I love my father so much and I miss him so much. But my father showed me that, unfortunately, what I'm about to share with you works to create the life you don't want either. And I could see in his last few years the regret he had, how there was so much more he wanted to accomplish. And it really hit me hard the last couple months. So, I love you, Pops, and I thank you for everything you did for us. Whew. All right, let's get into this. All right, I'm going to pull up my slide show. So I want to talk to you guys about the creation process, folks. What a wonderful job so many speakers did today. God bless you guys. I literally was telling the folks here at the office, I was saying, if I was a brand new person today, and I was attending the whole day today, oh my goodness, how much stuff would I have received? I would have gotten everything I needed on what to do and how to get results in this business. Like, congratulations to all the speakers today. You guys lit it up, and I thank you for delivering the way you did. I thank you so much. It was so powerful. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more, and I'm gonna dive deep into a little bit about how you think in your brain and the creation process. Now, folks, I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm diving deep into it, but there's so much more. There's so much more that can be studied and learned when it comes to the creation process. So I'm going to dive deep, but I'm still only really just, scratching the scratch on this. Okay. So, by the way, a quick reminder to everybody here. Today wasn't about the following. Tomorrow if you better be here tomorrow, by the way, but tomorrow isn't about Experior. It isn't about Jamie and Leanne. It isn't about head office and the amazing staff, which, by the way, thank you, Dylan, Amber, our new girl, Sarah, everybody, Leanne, Nathania, all of you. I know I'm missing folks. I love and appreciate you guys so flipping much. You guys just make this thing go so good. You make our life so simple. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much. But it isn't about you guys either, right? It's not about FML. It's not about Rios. It's not about, the leadership builders. It's not about Rainmakers, SEAL team, the Overcomers team, Team Tugboat. It ain't about all of you guys. It isn't about your ED. Remember, guys, today's about you. Today's 100% about you. And I hope, folks, that you pulled out some things that you're going to use to change your life, okay? To get better in this business, to hit your goals, hit your dreams, make things happen. Today and tomorrow is about you. Please remember that. It ain't about anything else, okay? So I'm going to have some fun. I want to get started. I want to have some fun, and I want to do a little experiment here, okay? And this is called experiment number 1. This is the ability or how to learn how to ask a better question. And I want everybody here just to think about this for a bit, write it down. We're going to be elaborating more on our Wednesday training, which is open to everybody in the company. We're going to be elaborating on this more in the next few weeks or so. But I want you to learn how to ask a better question. So, can I use my brain and subconscious mind to my advantage? Yes, you can. You 100% can, and you've been using it. Listen to me. For those that are struggling, for those that are, frustrated, rolling your eyes like, oh, it's another convention. I need to pay my bills and I can't close the flipping door. Listen, you are already using your subconscious mind to your disadvantage. It's time to turn that around. And I'm going to give you just a little tiny flavor of how to do that, okay? So I want you to think of something specific, something tangible, something you want to have, okay? Pardon my typos. I just caught another one, but that's okay. Right? maybe you've got a goal to recruit 5 new associates this month. Okay. Maybe you've got a goal to become an executive director by the end of the year. Maybe you want to earn $10,000 this month. Maybe you want to earn $100K this year, maybe even this month. Why not? Right? This is the question you need to ask yourself. This is how you begin to ask better questions. You need to start asking yourself, how could I ... How could I earn $10,000 this month? How could I become an executive director that month? This month? How can I recruit 5 new associates this month? You see, folks, what happens is when you ask a better question, you begin to use the power of your brain. So your brain starts to go into problem-solving mode now, right? And when your brain starts to problem solve, it's going to begin to look for opportunities that you are not currently seeing. You understand me? Guys, let me tell you something right now. The difference between, those executive directors that are killing it, the Eric and Mary Robinsons, the Eric and Lucy Bonfilios, right? All these different folks, the difference is they see things that you're not seeing right now because you're not asking the right questions. You understand me? So I want you to ask yourself, how could I make $10,000 this month, right? And as you begin to ask that question over and over again, you're going to ask another question. You're going to follow up with, what would my life look like if I made $10,000 this month? What could start to happen? And I want you to think of that. And I guarantee you right now, a bunch of you started smiling. A bunch of you changed. You're like, oh man, if I made $10,000 this month, right? What would my life look like? If I made $100,000 this year, what would my life look like? Some of you already, things started to change. Okay. This is all part of using the power of thought and using our subconscious mind to our advantage. I'm going to dive into this further. Okay. So if you come up with these power statements, 2-3 power statements, powerful questions, and you write them out this way, folks, you need to repeat these statements on a daily basis over and over and over and over and over again. You need to continue to do that. Folks, I want to remind everybody, I know I've talked to people and they're like, man, Frank, I've tried this personal development, mental toughness. I've tried it doesn't work. How long did you try it for? Because here's the deal. We got to remember something. You see, God bless. I grew up in a loving home. I grew up with incredible parents. I had two younger brothers, an older sister. There was a lot of scrapping going on. Like, we lived in a house where, dog eat dog. That's how it was. My poor wife, when she was introduced to my family, she was in shock at the way we were. Okay. But at the same time, I didn't have a family that was encouraging. I didn't have a family that said, you've got what it takes. You can do this. Guys, I was programmed for 26 years of my life with that way of thinking. Coming out to one of my Wednesday morning trainings, as great as it is not going to be enough to deprogram 26 years of a certain way of being conditioned. You understand me, folks? Right? So this, mental toughness, this way of changing your mindset, changing your thinking, it takes time. It takes months. Guys, it takes years. It doesn't mean you can't make money along the way. It doesn't mean you can't make six figures, 200, 300, 400 grand while you're figuring it out. But it takes time, okay? So let's keep going here. The creation process. This is the formula. It's called It Be Far. And David Longmore, I know you talked about it a little bit today. Thanks, brother. That was fantastic. But I want to dive deep into it a little bit, okay? Here's the creation program. Your inputs lead to your thoughts. Your thoughts lead to your beliefs. Your beliefs lead to your feelings. And your feelings, yes, that's the alarm bell, okay? Your feelings lead to your actions. And your actions lead to your results. Folks, I see so many trainers in Xperia, outside of Xperia. I see so many people saying, this is who you have to call, and this is how many calls you have to make, and this is the people you need to speak to, and this is how you put together an insurance plan to find. That's all great, but remember something. You're talking to someone at the action level. You've missed everything else before that in terms of having traction and having real results in creating the life you want to live. You understand, folks? It starts way before the actions. If you want to start to get results in your life and take what you've been listening to today, you've got to start before the action part. That's where you need to assess and take a look, okay? Let's keep going here. So what drives and determines the creation process? Well, belief is the big part. Belief and feelings right in the middle there. Those are the big things, right? Now, Aurelio, I love what you talked about expectation. That's huge, man. That's a big deal, because I'm going to talk a little bit about how expectation manifests into creation, right? Guys, what you expect is what's going to happen in your life. If you play it safe and you kind of go into a situation like, well, I didn't really expect to win, so I'm okay with the fact that they said no. Or I didn't expect to really hit my 5 recruits this month, so I'm okay that didn't happen. Or I didn't expect to make the 10 grand, so I'm okay that didn't happen. It didn't happen because you didn't expect it. You understand me? Folks, we got to start to change that in our lives. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, all right? So let's talk about inputs. Ask yourself on a daily basis, what are you putting into your brain? What is around you? What are you reading? What are you listening to? Who do you surround yourself with? I love being at the office. I love being here at Adiola. Guys, at least once a day, Adiola's yelling and screaming. We don't know if he's laughing, crying, or he's fighting someone. We don't know, but we flip it and love it because it's so much great positive energy, okay? Right? Are you hanging out with the right people? Right? Hey, listen, do you have the right self-talk? I heard that today. I apologize who said it, but are you talking to yourself the right way? Okay, you see, folks, these inputs determine what you think about, what you're listening to. And hey, you guys, is anybody here really, if you get to know Jamie Prickett, actually, if you get to know Jamie and Leanne, because she's one tough dude, or dudette too, I should say, but you look back and as you get to know them, you kind of go, yep, this all makes sense. I'm not surprised at what they've been able to do. I'm not, because we know what they put into their minds, into their hearts on a regular basis. We know what Jamie's thinking about all the time, right? See, folks, let me tell you something. All of your thoughts, everything, the way you think has shaped your life. It's the number one reason why you are where you are. Okay, but here's the question. Are you aware of how you think? See, do you think in despair? Are you always fearful? Are you angry at the world? Are you frustrated? Does the tiniest little thing set you off? Right? Are you hopeful? Right? Do you believe in yourself? Do you know you have what it takes? Right? Do you have the confidence, the faith? Are you joyful? Do you love what you do, or do you love the people around you? Folks, let me tell you something. Love is the most powerful force in the world. It absolutely 100% is. If you don't have love in your life, you need to find something that you love, someone that you love. Because when you have that, you truly have that, you are absolutely unstoppable. You understand me, folks? Okay. How often, here's what it comes down to with your thoughts. How often can you catch yourself and become aware of, why am I thinking this way? What happened that made me think this way? You go through a McDonald's drive-through and they get your order wrong. Do you smile and just sit there patiently and just like, okay, well, they'll fix it, now wait? Or do you lose your crap? Do you lose it? Why? Why are you losing it? Who cares? Is it because you're late? Well, that's your fault. You shouldn't be late, right? Maybe you think the customer service at McDonald's sucks. Well, you know what? Maybe you should go write a few more sales and stop eating at McDonald's to begin with. Okay? But you got to stop and catch yourself and say, why am I reacting this way? Why am I doing this? What's going on here? Right? Because your inputs lead to your thoughts, right? But your self-awareness allows you to take control of your thoughts. It allows you to analyze what in the world is going on in your head. And once you begin to develop the inputs and the thoughts, well, now you start to shape your beliefs, right? And for some of us, we need to ask ourselves, why do you believe what you believe about yourself? Why is it that you think you can't win in this business? Why is it that you think when you pick up the phone, they're going to say no? When you prospect someone, they're going to say no. What's the point? Right? Folks, you understand that most of you are not taking action because you have this belief that they're going to say no to you. Maybe you need to start changing that belief that everybody's going to say yes, right? Or maybe you're going to stop and say to yourself, well, I got to go through the no's to get the yeses. And I need those yeses, so I'm going to go through those no's. I need those no's. Those no's are important to me. That's a different way to believe the work that you're doing, right? See, what is it that you believe about your ability, about your success? How about your worthiness? I keep speaking to so many people who tell me they're not worthy of success. And I always sit there and say, why? That's a problem with your thinking. That's what that is. I used to feel the same way. Now I smile because I think about how many lives we've touched and how many people at Yola are literally weeks away from crossing over $500,000 of income, right? Ayo about to become an SED, Tarek about to become an SED, right? Like I keep thinking about this, and the fact that I played a tiny role in that gives me so much love and thankfulness and gratitude to be in this business. Damn right I'm worth it. So are you, right? Guys, you got to ask yourself this question. How many more stories, how many more examples of success do you need to see here at Experior on a daily, weekly, monthly basis until you really begin to believe it will happen for you? How much more do you need to hear? How much more do you need to see? Right? I believe you need to start taking over your inputs and change your thoughts, which will change your beliefs. And if you start changing your beliefs and what you believe about yourself with the right inputs, you too will have the success that you need to have. You too will begin to win in your life the way you win. But it starts here. All right? Let's talk about feelings. So I'm going to tell you guys all something. Years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I always thought feelings were crap. I'm going to tell you that. I wasn't a big feely, touchy kind of guy. I wasn't. Right? Now I can't stop crying. I watch TV commercials, I start crying. Mauro comes in and says hello, and I start crying. I see Jamie gives you a big hug, I start crying. Okay, guys, feelings are important. And I don't care if you're a big, macho, tough man, you need to know what is going on, because your feelings are the most powerful part of the creation process. They're that alarm bell. They're the signpost. You understand me? Emotions get people in motion. And when you can start to learn how to connect with people on an emotional level, you now can get them to move and take action, okay? All your actions, all your results, everything is born in feelings and emotions. It absolutely is. Folks, how many times have you talked to someone and they come across like a robot and like a Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory, and yeah, they know their stuff, but there's nothing more. There's nothing more there. And then you meet somebody that is just a great person to be around. They smile, they hug you. You just love being around them. And maybe they haven't said anything yet about what it is they do or what they want to do, but you're ready to just get involved with them, right? That's the power of feelings and emotions. That's the power of getting people moving. You understand me? If Jamie had talked to us about, this is our pay grid, and this is how our ownership works, and this is what we're gonna. If he was like that, it would never have happened. But man, he got emotional with us. He broke down how many times in the beginning with us, talking about how Primerica robbed 10, 11 years of his life, right? How his upline pretended to be a friend, wasn't there for him when his family needed him the most, right? It was those feelings where I was like, this is the kind of guy I want to go into business with. You understand me, folks? From there, everything else is a foregone conclusion, all right? Listen to this. Feeling that tomorrow will be better than today is the seed of success. If you are one of these people right now, and I'll talk about this in a second, where you're all like, oh, the world, it's a recession, it's this, they're trying to screw us, they're scamming us, damn the liberals, damn the Democrats, damn the Republicans, damn the conservatives, Biden this, Trump that. Folks, what are you here for? What are you here for? Right? In your mind on a daily basis, is tomorrow going to be better than today? If so, God bless you. You're continuing to plant the seed of success, and you're giving yourself a shot to win. All right? So you remember experiment number 1. By always starting with what will my life look like if I ... that will invoke the right feelings to begin the journey to massive success. And I want you guys to start thinking like that. Yeah, we've heard a ton about start with why, but I want you to also start to envision what your life is going to look like if you're making 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand, 5. If you have a business of 200 licensed agents, 400, 1,000 licensed agents, what is going to start to happen? See, folks, that's how you get on the journey of massive success, by invoking those feelings. Okay? All right, let's keep going. New thoughts and beliefs will generate new feelings, and you will find yourself moving much quicker towards success. That's a guarantee, folks. That is a guarantee. Okay? And finally, actions and results. And you want to know something, guys? I'm not going to talk much about actions and results. You know why? Because you're here today. You've heard all the actions you need to take. You've heard everything you need to hear from everybody, the incredible job that the leaders have done so far today. You're here today. Did you take notes? I hope so, because you got everything you needed to take action and get results, right? Did you hear the speakers today? They covered it all, right? Hey, did you have some guests here? Woohoo! Good for you. Do you stay close to your executive director? How close are you? Are you speaking to prospects? Are you getting better every day? Folks, this is one of the philosophies that I've learned in this business over the last 5-6 years that I've been here at Experior. You'll know what you need to know when you need to know it. Have faith, folks. You understand? The actions and the results will come when everything else before that is aligned. All the great leaders in our business, they may or may not know this, but they have the inputs, the thoughts, the beliefs, the feelings. They're all in line. They might not know it, but they have it all in line. Everything else is a foregone conclusion. Have faith. All right? So I want to wrap up with this. I'm almost done. Real life example of using the creation process to your advantage. So, hey, what's going on in the world today? What's the state of the world, the outside world, compared to the state of experience? See, folks, you got a choice. This is the creation process in real life. I made a choice. I got caught up in 2020 into the COVID, anti-vax, pro-vax, this, that. I got caught up in it, and I stopped, and I said, what am I doing? And I literally shut it down. Most of you will know you have not seen me post anything about that stuff in over a year, in a long, long time. See, you got a choice, right? Because look, what's happening out there right now? What is going on? What is the message that is being shared out there in the real world, folks? I'll tell you, the message is nasty, right? What's happening with hospitals, right? Overwhelmed, right? They're full. The world's coming to an end, right? Coronavirus, everybody's panicking, oil prices, right? Get your masks going, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a big crisis going on out there. The economy's crashing. What's happening to economic growth, blah, 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 folks. And then all the other crap that we've been worrying about forever. Money, our retirement, jobs, healthcare. Guys, none of this stuff has ever gone away. It's been there the whole time. Been there the whole time, right? It hasn't gone away. See, you got a choice. You got a choice. You can follow that. You can follow that. Or you can follow the state of Experior. You see? And I love looking at all these folks here. The new ring earners. The new $200,000 earners. The new $300,000 earners. New shareholders. Right? Again, American shareholders. New executive directors. Right? 100 licenses. New SEDs. New NEDs. New EDs. Right? Every part-time ring owners. Right? Again, U.S. shareholders, the youngest six-figure income earner in the company. Guys, on and on and on, right? 700 licensed agents, right? You know, again, new six-figure single moms, right? Former Primerica people kicking butt, new SEDs, right? Again, young people winning, bankers winning, right? David Longmore winning. Woo, brother, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. Right? Guys, it goes on. And it goes on, and it goes on. And this is the current state of Experior, folks. And my message to you is this: use your brain. This is only 2022 year to date. All this that I've shown you has happened the last 7.5 months, 8 months, 8.5 months, whatever it's been. Right, folks? You see, I want to do one last thing for you before we go. I want to do one last thing, okay? You know that desire that you wrote down in experiment 1? Whatever it was, I want you to take that desire and I want you to write it down at the top of the page, okay? And I want you to write down why you expect this to happen for you. See, not the reasons you want it to happen, not the reasons you hope, not even the reasons why you believe it to happen. I want you to write down the reasons you expect to win. You understand me, folks? You see, when you can define expectations, right? And you use the word because, that helps justify your brain. Your brain says, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now I know why we're going to do that. And folks, I want to wrap up with this, okay? Let's pretend right now in your heart of hearts, you're sitting here and you're saying to yourself, man, I want to become an ED this year. I want to make $100,000. I want to make $1 million. I want to change my family's life. I want to pay my bills. You know, I want to buy a new home as a single mom like Melvie did in Alberta, right? I want to bring my family into a better neighborhood where there's not gunshots like Tyrone did, right? Whatever it is for you, I want you to write it down. And then I want you to say this, and I want you to do this every single day and literally watch your life change before your eyes. I want you to write down, I want to make $1 million in 2022. And I expect this to happen because I talk to new prospects per day, because I book 8 interviews and KTs per week, because I ask for referrals, because I plug into all my EDs, hierarchies, Experior events, because my phone is my friend, because I'm excited about helping people win and changing people's lives, because I'm positive, I'm in control of my thoughts and my feelings, because my family is flipping, counting on me, and they got nobody else but me to deliver, and I'm going to flip and make it happen. And I feel incredible about myself and my business every day. And this is my flipping time for redemption, folks, okay? Because you're damn worth it and you damn deserve it. I love you guys. Remember, we always have a flipping choice. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.